Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are unboxing and taking a look at the Forest of Enchantment Oracle by Lunaea Weatherstone, illustrated by Meraylah Allwood. Hopefully I am pronouncing those names correctly. I do apologize if I'm not. This is published by Llewellyn, retailing for $24.99 in the US, and everywhere that you can purchase this will be linked down in the description box below. Thank you so much to Llewellyn for sending this my way. If this looks familiar, they are the creators of the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, which is an absolutely stunning deck that is super cozy and fantastical. I really love working with that one. So let's get into it. On the back here it says, what does the forest mean to the human psyche? What does enchantment mean to the human heart? Find out as you venture into the magical wood. Designed to be used independently or with the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, this gorgeous deck and its color guidebook encourage you to travel deeper into the forest, expand upon the tales of its inhabitants, and find wisdom in their messages. You will not only find each card's divinatory meanings, but also discover life-changing lessons meant to transform your own story. Featuring 36 oracle cards and 4 boon cards that enhance the others, this deck will enchant you with every reading. So 40 cards and a 120-page full color guidebook. We have a magnetic opening there, a nice ribbon. Here's the guidebook and the oracle cards. Okay. So before we get into the card deck here, I do want to take a peek at the guidebook to make sure we know everything before diving in. About the author and illustrator. So cute. Oh my goodness. Nice. We do have a table of contents. So introduction, getting to know your oracle, spreads, and then using the cards with tarot. And then each of the cards have their own little page number. Fantastic. And then there's a section on the boon cards as well. So I am excited. This is beautiful. All right. This book can be considered a sort of travel guide for the Forest of Enchantment. Like any such guide, it's just a starting point for your own experiences. The cards themselves will be your guides as you come to know them. The story of the card and a core meaning is given with each description, as well as a note from the lore keeper, whom you will meet in card 15. These tidbits are meant to encourage you to move deeper into the cards, expand upon their tales, and have fun with their messages. The lore keeper says you can just stumble through the forest trying to find your way out, or you can look at where you are right now and appreciate the journey itself. Unlike a tarot deck where the cards have set meanings as their foundation, with this oracle, I have set the meanings, which means you are free to ignore them. If the card says something to you that is completely different from what I've written here, your intuition is always the one to go with. All right. We have single card readings. We have the 3-card storyteller spread, forest folk spread, and then it goes into how you can use it with the tarot and then the cards themselves. Okay, so nothing too much that we need to know before getting started here. High gloss cardstock. Very, very high gloss. Beautiful back. Cardstock is Llewellyn cardstock. Not too thick, not too thin. I would say it feels a lot thicker than the current tarot sets that they've come out with. So I like that. If you have any of the Llewellyn oracles made in the last couple years, it's the same cardstock. Okay, let's get into it here. I'm going to bring you closer. And I'm going to read the title because it might be hard to pick up on screen. So we have the Hag, and they are numbered. The Bard's Song. Gorgeous imagery. I really, really think there's something so magical about the way that these illustrations are done. It reminds me of a really rich children's book, fantasy book. Just so well done. I mean that with the utmost respect. Froggy Grotto. I love the way the light plays. I love that there's richness in it. Changeling. Oh, interesting. A Parliament of Rooks. Cute. Oak King and Holly King. Bramble Brigade. Oh my gosh. Precious. Tea with a Fawn. This feels so cozy and inviting. Jenny Wren. We got a pentacle there. Little baby. Oh my gosh. The Swan's Sister. Gingerbread House. Oh my gosh. Look at the little candy canes. Little sweets. Oh my goodness. Mushroom Picnic. I'm tickled. I'm so tickled. Beautifully done. The Questing Beast. A Lonely Gnome. Lore Keeper's Bookshop. Oh my gosh, I love it. I could live there. All those books. Fairy Godmother. The Sacred Spring. Stunning. The Door into Summer. Wow. Door into Winter. Gotta see the little baby. The Witch in the Glen. Just precious. You Are Here. Oh my goodness. It's like a forest magical version of the You Are Here signs in the mall. The Three Boars. Woodwose. Treasure. The Light in the Forest. Good Company. Foxfire. The Wild Hunt. A Dragon's Nest. Oh my goodness, look at the baby. Trolls. Brownies and Bees. Bower of Dreams. The Stone Hares. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, the White Lady. Oh, that is a cool effect. The Time Tree. The Weird Sisters. I love noticing all the creatures. The little details that they put in. Branch of Summoning. Cloak of Vanishing. So these are the boon cards. Feather of Finding. And last, the File of the Light. All right, beautiful. So fun. Let's see how it shuffles. Nice. Oh yeah, not an issue here. They are a wider card, a larger card overall. So if you have small hands, I like to take them side by side and shuffle them this way. Nice, that works great too. Okay, and then let's see overhand. Overhand works nice as well. Okay, let's get a card to read from the guidebook. Okay, we'll read these two because this is a boon. We'll see how that works and plays in, and then good company here. Okay, so first off, let's take a look at good company. It says pastimes and good company, a healthy social life, a favorite place outside your home, bon homie, and mid diversity. All right, welcome to the Broom and Badger, one of the most popular taverns in the Forest of Enchantment. Your host is none other than Robin Goodfellow himself, who guarantees a jolly time for all and sundry. Here you will meet up with old friends, make new friends, and take your ease among pleasant companions. All manner of pastimes add to the convivial atmosphere. Music and dancing, good conversation, tall tales told to an indulgent audience, perhaps a bite to eat while you catch up on all the news. Or you can just sit in a quiet corner and enjoy a peaceful pint and pipe, observing the activity, warm with amusement. Master Goodfellow makes sure everyone gets along, sprinkling a bit of gentle magic here and there if friendly arguments start to lose their good humor. Come in, find a seat. A hare will be along in a moment to take your order. Oh my gosh. How cute. The Oracle's advice. Spending time in a happy public place will lift your spirits and remind you how much fun there is in the world. If you have a favorite spot, make the time to visit it soon and often. But discovering new places and new friends is also recommended. Take in an art exhibit, visit a fair, take up folk dancing, join a gaming group. Get out of the house and mingle in the good company of your charming fellow beings. Lore Keeper's note. Tavern provides meeting space for groups such as the Helpful Hedgehogs Guild, the League of Princes Charming, and the Sisterhood of Sorceresses. Other jolly taverns in the forest include the Tipsy Toad, the Three Heads, and the Happy Squirrel. Darts contest every Wednesday at the Thorn and Spindle. I can't. This is adorable. Okay, we're going to then scroll over here to the boon cards. What is a boon, you ask? A boon can be defined as a favor, a gift, or an advantage. The dictionary also calls it a blessing and a timely benefit. In Tales, a magical being might offer a boon to a traveler in the form of boots that traverse 7 leagues with a single step. An elven lady might bestow a boon of soil that will transform any garden into a paradise. You get the idea. In this deck, each boon card is a magical tool. When you get one in a reading, it adds its particular enchantment to the situation for as long as you need it. You can also take the 4 boon cards out of the deck itself and use them on their own as meditation images or as a focus for magic work. When you get the Fairy Godmother card in a reading, you may choose a boon to help your wish come true. Cute. Then we also have storytelling with the boon cards. And then we pulled the Cloak of Vanishing. So let's see what this has to say. Offers protection, discretion, and secrecy. The cloak has 2 powers, so keep your wits about you as you use it to make sure you are giving it the proper intention. The first power is that of invisibility. That is transparency. People will look towards you but see right through you. You are still present and can be heard, smelled, and most crucially felt, so make sure to stay well out of everyone's way. The other power is that of transporting, actually moving yourself from one location to another instantly. You may take one person with you as long as the cloak wraps completely around you both. Uses: discretion, secrecy, planning a surprise, slipping quietly away from parties, bouts of shyness, spontaneous trips, urgent business elsewhere. Lore Keeper's note. Some cloaks of vanishing make a musical sound, a sort of flourish, when they deploy. For complete discretion, don your cloak out of earshot of passerby. Aww. I really like this deck. I think this is fun. It's different. It is that whimsy that I love to see in a deck like this. I love the addition of the boons. I think that'll add an extra layer to your reading. I think that within this case, it's kind of fun. To me, it doesn't necessarily invoke secrecy with this card. I feel like it makes you a little bit more secure if you're having a hard time being in social events. Like, it's your little comfort blanket, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's like, okay, you're here, you're taking a step and putting your foot out, and you're doing social activities safely, if that makes sense. So I think this is fun, beautifully done in the illustrations. I love just the feel of whimsy and cozy and warmth and fun. I feel like I'm stepping into a storybook or a fairy tale. It's just so beautiful. I'm excited to see how it pairs with the tarot over here. I will just take a gander at both of them together so you can get an idea of how they would work. Illustration-wise, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. All right, so with that being said, thank you so much to Llewellyn for sending this my way. I am so excited to start getting to know it on a personal basis. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this deck. Is this something that you're excited about? Is this something that you didn't know that you need to have and now you do? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below, and drop a tree emoji to let me know you made it this far in the video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you and I like you. If you have not done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!